girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. That check took it to 10.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football.
On a pretty gray and hazy day here in Southern California, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Los Angeles. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go! 57's the mic. Watch 57. No chance.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On first down, here's Breida. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 44, Winston eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Easy. 57. Mike, 57. Easy. Check 26. Switch.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Right.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. Open man is Henderson. That's complete.
Holding offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Carson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Now he's going to send this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Draw play. This is Carson. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The defense here for the Rams.
I got a kick out of talking last year with Aaron Donald about how when he came out of college, many NFL teams thought he might be undersized to play defensive tackle. Instead, he's been a perennial all-pro, Pro Bowl player since day one, and offenses are still searching for ways to block him and keep him from disrupting their offense.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The starters defensively now for the Seahawks. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but pretty nice effort.
Mike. Down to lose one. 53's the Mike. 53.
From the 41, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 3rd and long for Winston. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone Pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. This is Carson. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Wilson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson, it's caught. Lockett. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Green, Timothy. Easy, easy, easy. Bang, 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 bang. Easy, 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 easy. Hey, 57. Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, switch off on the 50. Switch that up.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Easy, 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 easy. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it, boy.
On second down, a run with Breida. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So as they take it over, we step aside. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. From the gun, Winston. Launching one for Henderson. He's got him in. Complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it? No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3. Wondering if the head coach is talking his off. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles? The coach. The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. The coach. Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's another first down for Seattle. They're stringing some good plays together in the passing game. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in. Let's go. You tighten up. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. Wilson's pass. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Wilson now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards. I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go.
To throw is Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, as the first half is winding down, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than
right?
down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you east. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Wilson throwing again. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Now it's Carson. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They run again with Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston. Looking left side, and it's complete. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
57 a month. 57 a month.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to float this one. This is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Wilson looking sideline, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's in. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The previous play is under review.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Working out of the gun, Winston. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They go counter with Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Check. Ready. Blue 80. Check. 53. Green, come and see. Coming. I'm coming. Echo. Mike, 53.
On 2nd and 12. Winston. That's taken in by Henderson. The 20. 10. Touchdown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a win.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Aaron Donald, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Wilson to throw. This complete to Lockett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is taken in at the 5. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Wilson will throw again. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot. But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get... And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They run with Breida. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Breida, he'll try the right side. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing a line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Lutz with the extra point. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now it's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, that is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tajay Sharp, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They run again with Breida. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Now the Seahawks call the second of their... Three timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now a give coming right is Breida. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So Wilson and the Seahawks down by 2, less than 90 seconds to go. Their undefeated season, it's in danger unless they can score here as they've got a 1st and 10. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll look to throw. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Jameis to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be.
And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safe. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Los Angeles, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know you just tryna go get it. Run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up.